What's up guys, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you 5 very small and simple changes to improve your cross. Alright, so let's get right into it. The first small change to improving your cross is to solve the cross on the bottom. A lot of beginners always solve their cross on the top, which means that they have their cross face facing up. So let's say I'm going to do white cross, they have the white center facing up, and then they start solving the cross with the white center facing up like that. So now that's not too bad, but what that's gonna do is once you do end up solving the cross like that, you're gonna have to flip over your whole cube so that you can start on the other sections of the solve. And actually flipping over the cube takes out a lot of time, like at least 1 second from your solve. So instead, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to have the opposite face facing up. So let's say I'm still solving on white cross, but this time the yellow center piece is facing up. So now this is a little harder, but it's really easy because you just have to practice it a little. Now you just have to solve the cross so that the white centerpiece or whichever cross color is on the bottom. So now what that's going to do is I'm going to finish solving this here, and now as soon as I finish solving the cross, I can get right into F2L or the other parts of the beginner's method. This will also help you with your look ahead, because while you're doing the cross, you can look ahead into F2L or anything else. Now the second small change to improving your cross is what I like to call the 3-move insert. The 3-move insert is where you insert a cross piece like this. So there's a green and white edge here, and we need to get it right here. I'm doing white cross, and you can actually use 3 moves to put this in like this. 1, 2, 3. And what's really good about this is that you can do it super fast like that, and as you can see, the crosspair is inserted. Now sometimes people will move the piece all the way to here and then do that, and that's 5 moves. And usually with crosses you want to use the least amount of moves possible. So if you ever have a situation where you have an edge here and it needs to go to the right and there's a piece here, obviously if you only do 2 moves like that, then this piece gets moved out, but you can just do another move right there to put it back in. You can also do this on the other side. So right here, as you can see, this cross is solved, and we need to get this piece right here. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And as I said, you can do it really fast. The third small change to improving your cross is what I call inserting side edges. So as you can see, we have 3 cross pieces solved right here, and one of the cross pieces is unsolved right here. So the way that some of you might think to get this in is actually not the fastest way. So some of you might get this up to the yellow face and then turn it, put the red edge piece back down, and then do an F2 to insert the piece in. But that's actually definitely not the most efficient way you can do it. You can do this one in 3 moves, and what you have to do is if you see a cross piece matched up with your color, all you have to do is move the bottom layer actually like that. You move the bottom layer and then you can insert the piece in and then move it back. So what that's going to do is if you shift the whole bottom layer to here, as you can see, green is to the left. So you move the whole bottom layer to the left. You can put green down, and now it matches up the whole cross. You move it back, and there you go. With 3 moves, you just solved that situation. And this situation actually occurs a lot, so make sure to use this trick. Alright, so the fourth small change is actually what I like to call opposite edge colors. So it's basically like opposite side edges, but instead of it being next to the color, it's actually all the way on the other side. So there are actually 2 ways of executing this correctly. The first way is like how you do it with the normal side edge, where it's right next to it. So you can do, instead of only doing a D or a D prime, you can actually do a D2. And as you can see, a D2 moves the whole bottom layer around twice so that it gets all the way here to the opposite. You can insert that in and then do a D2 again, and then insert it back into the cross. I actually don't like to do that. What I like to do is the second method. So the second way to do that is you can face here, and what you can actually do is you can do an F2 and you can move the white piece all the way over here. So now it's connected with these 2, and you do an R prime, and as you can see, you move it into the cross, and now you can just do another F2 to get it back. So here's what that would look like fast. Ready? So So yeah, as you can see, I can do it fast and I actually prefer it to the other one, but whichever one you like to do more is which one you should do. Alright, so the last and fifth small change that you can do to improve your cross is actually to match up edges with the cross. So basically what this means is, look, you have the greenish here solved already. So now what you can actually do is, if you see, look all around the cube, you can actually see that if you insert, let's say, this piece in here, now it's connected with these two, and if you do a D prime, then these two are already connected. But actually, if we see here, we actually have two more of the same of the cases, which means that you can actually match up the whole cross without matching up the colors. So you don't have to have all the colors to match the centerpieces to make a whole cross. So you can just, if you see a situation like this, it's not gonna happen that often, but it still can happen. You can just look and see, you can match up all of these cross pieces like that, and easily just do a D prime to match them all. Now, something that could happen, that you could accidentally do, is first you actually put this red one in, let's say, and if you put that in, as you can see, it's gonna move this piece up, and you're not gonna be able to put this in here, so it's not gonna match up. So what you can actually do is you can start with this one and then put it in, but that'll mess up the orange one. So what you're actually gonna want to do is you're gonna start with the orange one and you're gonna put it all in together like that. And there we go, do a D prime, and you have your cross solved. So I'm gonna do a little example cross, just how I do it, kind of with all of these different examples. So let's see. All right, so here, what I see is I can do one of the side edges like that. So if I move the bottom layer there, I can put the green in, and I could either move it back, but if we stay there, I actually saw this red piece right here. And if we actually do an F2, we move it down, as you can see, we can match all these colors up with the cross, like that. And as you can see, we just have this piece at the bottom. And the only way to actually do this case, really, is to do a 4 mover, just like that. And as you can see, we have the cross solved. So yeah, if you guys like this video, then make sure to like and subscribe. And if this video helped you get a better cross, make sure to comment down below and tell me. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.